What is going down, people? We are back at it again, back at the wonderful motorcycle mall. Today, we're going to be switching it up a little bit, though. Today, we are heading back to the MV Agusta section here at Motorcycle Mall, where they have various models of MV Augustas. You guys have already seen on the channel that we have covered the MV Agusta 800RR, which is a beautiful bike right here. So today, we're going to switch it up, and we're actually going to get onto a naked, which is the MV Agusta Dragster 800RR. This is one beastly machine right here. This is actually the naked version of the F3 800RR. So we're gonna get filled in from Mike with all the details in regards to this bike. So let's get it going because I'm excited to do this one. All right, here we are. Mike is going to go over the features and functionality of the 2022 MV Agusta Dragster 800RR. What a beautiful, beautiful machine. Mike, what's going on, man?
Moto Mac in the house, huh?
Beautiful day to ride today.
Can't ask for much better.
Excellent day, excellent day. So what do we have in front of us today?
This is the MV Agusta Dragster RR.
Woof.
Probably one of the sexiest naked bikes out there.
Gotta be.
800 class, 3-cylinder triple motor, right? You got the triple pipes here. These are ceramic coated.
Beautiful.
And that's the stock exhaust.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's pretty. Two-tone paint, obviously metallic.
Yes, it is. And this is basically the naked version of the F3 800RR,
Yeah, it's
correct?
basically the F3 platform as far as like power and performance.
Okay.
A little bit less aerodynamic, a bit more of a
Right.
upright stance, but still in the dragster form versus Brutale, it's still more aggressive. It's probably the most aggressive in naked.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Woo. This is one beautiful screen right here.
So you'll see the check battery status on that. So there you go. Let's ride. So that tells you she's ready.
Status check,
Right.
is everything's a go.
So while you're in your home screen, you can flick through these buttons here, which will give you your lean angles, your like pitch and yaw control. So you'll notice on a kickstand you're slightly to the left. So that's basically what you're showing there, right? Of course, you got your traction control. If you hold it down, all right, you can enable all your settings. You can get into the menu system. You can do a lot more
Beautiful
once that's
screen,
on.
man.
Yeah,
Wow.
really, really nice screen. You obviously have Bluetooth connectivity. There's an app you're going to download.
Nice.
It tells you when your maintenances are due and stuff like that. So
Oh,
it's pretty
okay.
in depth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Right,
really
right, right.
nice.
Awesome.
So to go through the mapping, your map button is your starter. So just like on the F3, you have to have it running to kind of go through the
I
system.
remember. Okay. So right now it's on rain mode.
It's on rain mode.
So if we wanted to change that, we actually have to turn on the bike and then
Correct.
switch that to another mode.
So
Gotcha.
kill switch is engaged. We'll put it into run. All right. Obviously, we'll check that we're in neutral. Safety first, right? There you go. She's got kind of a tractor sound. It's just inherited
Yeah, it does,
one of
definitely.
the Italian bikes, right?
Definitely.
Once you're doing that, basically, you'll notice your modes there. Your map button here, you'll see it on the display, right?
I see, yep.
So you hold that down, and now that's blinking. And now you can change it to
Gotcha,
race.
Gotcha.
You can change it to custom, and then sport. Sport's probably going to be your most common daily riding kind of standard range.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
Once you're in there, then you can actually go into the setup, and you can bring that up and down. All right. In sport mode, 6 is the end. That's the most traction you can get. Now in custom mode, she'll go all the way up to 8.
Okay.
So remember, you get more
Customizable and custom mode.
Yes,
Gotcha,
exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Of course, RPMs. You got a nice sound. You want to hear that.
And that's stock. Gotcha.
Really cool. You got the triple exhaust. These are ceramic coated. They're resistant to, you know, it's a little hot now, so I'm not touching it, but it's resistant to fingerprints and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And they're not going to rot and rust and stuff, which is really nice. One of my all-time favorite features, single-sided swing arm with the brake and sensor in the back, fully aluminum hub. This is custom milled with the custom divot points for the spokes. And these are color matched. So if you get a red one, they're red. You get a white one, they're white.
Oh, awesome, awesome,
really
awesome.
Cool. This is from the factory. Very expensive wheel tires.
It looks like it, man. This does not look cheap at all.
Yeah.
The whole back of this bike looks very elegant. This looks very artistic in its expression. Even this floating area underneath the seat.
Yeah. So you'll notice this, even though is not much of a back seat, it is a 2-up rider. These actually clip down.
Oh, wow.
All right, and then you can actually put someone on the back and
that is dope. Tuck them away when you're not using them.
Crazy,
all bikes should have that.
Yeah, actually, I like it because it makes it look like they're not there.
Yeah, clean
you don't have to install them, which is really nice.
I didn't even notice that.
Yep. Now your taillights are really cool.
Taillights are awesome.
This is actually set up with a full vent system, so you actually have intake and exhaust coming through.
One of the best tails ever.
Yep. This light system is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
All right. You actually also have a guard in the front. So you know how you add a tank guard to your, you know, Kawasaki or Suzuki or whatever?
Wow, man.
Well, this is an actual functional tail piece for this on the tank. And it is robust. It's designed to beat on.
It looks like it. It looks very tough.
Yep.
Very rugged. Wow.
140 horse stock.
800 cc.
And yeah, I mean, it's ready to ride. Basically, it's a beautiful naked bike. You're going to be, you know, the person that's buying this is upgrading from a 900cc, like a Z900 or you know, MT09, things like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Slightly more expensive, but you're getting a lot for your money on this.
Yeah, I mean, I've ridden the F3s already, and those things are worth every penny.
So exclusivity is the key with this. These are designed to be like not your everyday rider.
Right.
You go to a bike night with one of these, you're probably not going to see another one.
Right.
That's where you're buying. That's what you're buying for
exclusivity, along with great performance and a very lightweight bike.
Yep.
Thanks, Mike. Let's get this on the road, man. I'm excited.
Enjoy.
All right, this is the MV Agusta Dragster 800RR, and when you want to talk about naked bikes, this is naked. Throw some clothes on this thing because it is indecent in public. Everything is completely exposed on this thing. If you buy this bike, I definitely recommend the first mod you get is a radiator guard along with an oil cooler guard. Everything is completely exposed. This is susceptible to rock chips and things like that, so you guys want to make sure you keep this bike as pretty as possible. It's so dope that you can actually see the engine from the side of the bike. You can see the top of the motor and the bottom of the motor. It's actually got a red top on top of it too. That looks pretty freaking dope, man. So yeah, Mike went over the feature and highlights of this bike. This is essentially a naked version of the F3 800RR. I don't know if it has different gearing on it or if it's tuned differently, but most likely I'm sure this is tuned for a little bit more torque, a little less up top. Typically is what they usually do with these type of bikes. So let's get on this and see how this goes, man. Getting on it, I kind of actually feel a little forward. It's like it's pushing me forward a little bit. So even though it's like more of a sporter touring-ish type of ride, it definitely has an aggressive feel to it for sure. I definitely feel forward a little bit on this bike. I can see myself clearly. So let's turn this bad boy on. All type of adjustments you can do with this too, make it softer or harder. Got the status check. That's so dope in this bike, man. Everything is good to go. It's ready to ride. So let's start this bad boy up. Kickstand is up. Beautiful triple sound motor. Let's get it going. First thing you notice on this bike is the tank, and the tank is extremely wide. Whoa. oh, this bike is like raring to go. Whoa. This thing feels a little aggressive. Right now I'm keeping it in sport mode just for right now, just to see what the differences are between sport and race. But this is oh my gosh, the way this paint is glistening off of the sun looks absolutely beautiful, man. Quick shifter feels that quick shifter feels stock. I mean, I'm sorry, the quick shifter does feel stock, but it feels fast. It feels faster than a lot of other restricted bikes out there. That felt pretty good. Okay, I guess. The seat feels very aggressive. It definitely hugs. It definitely hugs you when you sit down. But this also feels. This feels way more aggressive than you think that it would. Actually, I didn't think it would feel this aggressive. This feels like it's hugging me pretty tight. I feel like I can hit some serious corners with this. These mirrors have to. I gotta get used to these type of wide mirrors like this. But the sound of this, even in sport mode, is amazing. Revs so fast. That quick shifter is fast for stock, man. Wow, that's got to be one of the fastest stock quick shifters in the game. Wow, this thing is feeling good. It's not lightning fast side to side like how the F3 800RR is, but it's still pretty good. It's still really balanced for sure. I'll stop revving this thing. This sounds so good. The screen is absolutely beautiful. Naked bikes is definitely probably the next genre of bikes that I'll get into after sport bikes. I don't know if I'll go directly into like cruisers or like Harley types. I'm not really the Harley type of guy. I think I would get like a Goldwing before like I would get like a Harley or something like that. But either way, this is definitely something I would definitely get into, the naked bikes, because you can still have your sports fun, but you're still way more comfortable than you are on a sports bike. But with this, it's like confusing because I feel pretty aggressive on this naked bike. MV, I can't imagine how the Brutality 1000 feels. Yeah, that quick shifter, come on, man. MV, are you kidding me? That is one fast quick shifter for stock. This bike is turning heads. I've had a lot of people already looking at me, probably wondering what type of bike this is. Who is this guy on this bike? It's only a friendly neighborhood moto. That's all. I'm having fun on this, man. This is an 800cc motor, so it's not super powerful. It is super light. That's for damn sure. Very light bike. Very torquey. I'm interested to see how it's going to feel once I get on the highway. Nice. Oh, that transition was nice. Oh, that transition was nice. Again, not as sharp as the F3 800, but pretty freaking good, man. That transition from left to right was really nice. So I've been riding it in sport mode. Try to put it in race, see how different it sounds. Alright, now we're in race mode. A lot of wind, a whole lot of wind. See how this auto blip feels? Auto blip feels decent. This is actually the first time that the quick shifter feels faster than the auto blip. Woo! That is a stock exhaust, ladies and gentlemen. Stock exhaust is what you're hearing right now. So let me do a quick pull here, see how it feels. Maybe second gear. Woo! I don't want to get on this because of this road right here. But that felt pretty good. The only thing is that it's definitely got some decent power in it. It's just that you are very exposed to a lot of wind right here. But I mean, again, this is not what this bike is really made to do. It's made to give you a lot of, you know, sport bike feel and thrill. But it's made to be a little bit more comfortable than a sport bike, and it definitely does feel more comfortable. But this, in my opinion, feels like an aggressive naked bike. Because usually with aggressive bikes, you feel a little bit more upright, feel a little bit more comfortable, a little less sport oriented. But with this, I mean, you definitely know you're on a naked bike, but it reminds you, like, hey, I can still have fun. And I think we should all, I think we're all in agreement that this is one of the sexiest tails almost on any bike, not just a naked bike, not just a sport bike, but any bike. This has got to be one of the sexiest tails on a motorcycle. It's like no other. It's very distinctive. You know, that's the MV Agusta Brutale or a Dragster from the rear. Pretty nice, man. And as Mike pointed out too, this is in competition with the MT-09. It's in competition with the Kawasaki Z900, which that's actually a 900cc, but only makes 100 and I believe 25 or 135 horsepower. This is an 800. It makes 140 horsepower. So get some good power with this bike, man, for sure. We'll check vibes. Whoa, this revs really, really fast. Really, really fast. I don't even remember the F3 revving that fast. Bike, look at it. It looks very, very like small and compact, but it's still very nimble. It turns from side to side really, really well. And these bikes are just very, very distinctive. Like it doesn't really look like a lot of other bikes on the road, any other naked bike at least. And then, as I was saying before, this tail, like, come on, man, are you serious? Along with all this 3 inlet exhaust looks, it just like, hear how it sounds. That's awesome. That sounds so aggressive. I'm just really wondering like how comfortable it would be for like long distance trips. Because right now this position it definitely feels comfortable, but again, it's still a little bit of an aggressive position, so I don't know if I'll be like really comfortable on this bike for like a 200+ mile trip one way, you know what I mean? But riding it around town, this is like, oh, this is exactly how you want it to feel for sure. And then anytime you want to get froggy, you know what I mean? It's got it, it's right there. So just like with any other bike, you know, we spoke about the positives of this bike. It's very light, it looks great, it's very exclusive, makes good power, you know, you can use it on different applications. The negative side of it, depending on where you live, dealer support may be an issue for you for MV Agusta. They don't have, you know, a whole bunch of dealerships all over the country in the US. They're slowly developing. I believe we spoke about this before, that KTM bought MV Agusta, so hopefully that dealer support and that network will expand and widen so that it can reach more customers. Parts may be expensive and a little bit hard to find. I'm trying to think of anything else. Like, if you are in this genre of bikes looking for a bike like this is definitely something that should interest you. This 800 doesn't make a crazy amount of power that absolutely blows you away, that you're going to be like scared of it after a while. I guess depending on your skill set. But if you've been used to riding sport bikes for quite some time and you kind of want to segue away from sport bikes, be a little bit more comfortable but still have the sport oriented feel, this is definitely something that you could get into. You can also take this to the track. This wide tank, you guys don't really understand. You can very definitely hug this tank on corners for sure. These inlets absolutely look great. Feed that air box some nice cool air for you guys. And yeah, man, I'm digging this bike. Once again, guys, humongous, gigantic shout out to Motorcycle Mall for making this happen, giving me the keys to this beautiful MV Agusta Dragster 800RR. Such an awesome bike to review. Hopefully this isn't the last bike for the 2023 motorcycle riding season, but if it is, we will be back in 2024 with a fresh lineup of bikes to review for your viewing pleasure, guys. So I will see you guys in the next episode, people. Ride safe. Peace out.